Hi guys, how's it going? This is going to be a general reading for both Aries and Taurus for February 2024. This is going to be a bones and charms reading for both. After the live is done, I will be providing timestamps for both, for just people who may want just Taurus or just want Aries. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started here and call in the energy of Aries and see what spirits want you to know, what your spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors want you to know for February 2024. So I'm just going to go ahead really quickly here and double check that our sound is okay, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so it looks like our sound is good. So we're going to go and get in this reading here. So everybody is welcome, whether you are a sun sign, moon sign, or rising or ascendant Aries or Taurus. Everyone has Aries and Taurus somewhere in their chart. So again, everybody is welcome. So we're going to go ahead here and just take a couple of deep breaths. I'm going to check in with my spirit guides, guardian angels, and ancestors to make sure I'm delivering the messages to you guys as quickly, and not just quickly, but accurately as possible and clear as possible. All right, so thank you guys in advance for your patience. So let's go ahead and start the reading for Aries. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for fire sign Aries. What is fire sign Aries the Ram need to see, need to know for February 2023? What is fire sign Aries the Ram need to see, need to know for their highest good for February 2024? Sorry, I said the wrong year. 2024. We're now in 2024. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for fire sign Aries the Ram for February 2024. What do we need to see? What do we need to know for the highest vibration, truth, and good? Messages for fire sign Aries the Ram for February 2024. Messages for Aries. Messages for fire sign Aries the Ram for February 2024. Messages for Aries, for fire sign Aries the Ram for 2024. Alright, let's see what we have here. I will be picking up the camera a little bit to show you guys closely while we go through each part of the reading. I'm going to go ahead and take a photo here just to have as well. I'm flipping over some of the charms just so you guys can see them. I know what they are, but just flip them over. Put them back the way they were. Flip this. And this one. And we'll take our picture and get started. So, yep, I think that looks pretty good. Got a little bit of the incense going there. All right. So let's take your photo here, Aries, and get started. I hope everyone is doing well whenever you tune in and see this. Again, this is a general reading with bones and charms for Aries. And then we'll be doing Taurus after. All right. Let's put this over here. So now I want to go ahead and just kind of connect and see where they want me to start. All right. This is different for every reading. Oh, that is not what we wanted. Okay. hold on. Everything fell. My goodness. Okay. Well, I was going to take the camera off anyway, so I guess spirits were like, we'll help you. All right, Aries. I'm just going to reposition myself a little bit here and see if we can get the best angle. Okay. So I was getting to kind of start right around here. So that's where we're going to start, Aries. I was hearing Samantha or Samson for somebody, so won't be for everybody, but it was coming through. All right. So Aries kind of wanted me to start here and then go this way. So that's the way we're going to go. There could be, well, there is a lot of masculine energy here with the raccoon penis, Aries, with transformation and something you've really been digging or working towards with the coyote claw over here as well. Now it is, I'm going to just flip this, sitting on top of the crown here. Okay. Looks like this. So there could be someone in a position of authority here, Aries, or you are some type of leadership role that is connected to this transformation that you've really been working on. I see that you've been thinking a lot about your luck and what your luck means. So we have the human tooth bone here, and the lucky's rabbit's foot was touching it. Okay, so that's really nice. I think you've been going through a lot of deep introspection here, Aries. We've got one of the seashells here, which is also touching the bells, okay, and your North Star or your happiness. So again, thinking a lot about transformation, about your luck, trying to listen for something, listen to what makes you happy, listening to other people's happiness. There could be a Leo here, but doesn't have to be. It could just also be the representation of Leo energy with the lion here. So courage, passion, creativity, also listening for that. Oh, this is so sweet over here, Aries. So we do have this little witch here. She's a symbol for me for a friend. So a good friend could be trying to help you with your wishes here and bring you more prosperity, as you also have the fish that is very close or almost inside of the wishbone. You also have a lot of passed on loved ones here, Aries, ancestors, spirit guides that are rooting for you, okay? Because right underneath this turkey wishbone was also the coffin, okay? So that's beautiful. Like, not only friends, of course, wanting whatever that you wish for or want to bring into your life, but also passed on loved ones wanting this for you as well. Passed on loved ones may have a message for you, some kind of answers, because the key is also connected to the coffin here. They may want you to do a lot of clearing, a lot of healing. Okay, we've got the lizard over here, just moving it so you can see it. We've got the clearing feather that is touching the strawberry. So clearing away the details, or clearing something about details needing to go slow with the turtle here, Aries. Also around these answers from past on loved ones, friends, family, spirit guides, etc., there is some kind of teacher role or mentor here that could have a lot of masculine energy. Could be a man, but it doesn't have to be. It could be that this masculine energy here is helping you, again, with your own leadership roles, being a teacher, a mentor, a guide to someone else. We've got the symbol for Saturn here. There's going to be a lot of, and already is a lot of, Saturn placements for everyone throughout the year of 2024. So it could be that there's this masculine energy here that's helping you tap into this more stern Saturn energy, father time, getting organized, getting things done. Okay. Now you also have the Cupid here. This can represent romantic love, but it doesn't have to. It could also be platonic love. with friends or family, or even self-love. But again, I'm going to move this lizard back to where it was, sitting on top of all these other charms. So that's the regeneration, right? So if you, for certain lizards, if you break their tail or it comes off, it regrows. So it's like all this healing, this slowing down, this leadership, being more organized here with something. And it's interesting because here, Aries, it's this Cupid is pointing right towards your head or your cranium here. So usually throughout the reading, when you see the head or cranium, this could be what someone is thinking about or what you're thinking about, or multiple people, general environment situation. And it looks like this is really makes sense with this timing of the year, right? We're going into February. We've got the spider and the spider web actually sitting on top of the cranium. So this can really talk about, what are my plans for the future? How am I creating my environment, right? We also have the dragonfly over here, which symbolizes dreams. We've got a leap of faith, that, you know, the leapfrog here, very close but not touching just yet. The plans for that future, planning the environment. I feel that you might benefit here, Aries, some of you guys, from calling in a little bit more of this feminine energy with the seashell here. It's very close to what you've been thinking about and what you're dreaming about, but I would say maybe just bring in a little bit more feminine energy. Again, we all have positive and negative and masculine and feminine energy. One is not positive, one is not negative. They're all dualities and exist within each other, right? You've got Pisces all the way out here, the twin fish. It could be that there is something to do with, you know, bringing in more creativity, more feminine energy with a Pisces, or during Pisces season of this year, of last year, of next year, etc., or wherever you have Pisces in your chart. If it's not one of those things, it could also just when I think of Pisces, I think of creativity. I think of artists, right? So again, maybe just calling on that, maybe something about going with the flow here, right? We're talking about water energy when we talk about Pisces here, Aries. So maybe bringing in more water elements with your natural fire is something that would be good for you throughout the month as well. Now over here, almost at the edge of the little cloth and table here, we do have your nutmeg. Okay, so nutmeg can represent money, abundance, whatever it is we want to manifest in our life. So it's kind of all the way out here. So it could be that you are not necessarily concerned with, you know, the smaller amounts of money. If we zoom out, your buckeye is all the way over here. So your buckeye is also money and abundance and what you want in your life. So I feel like you're kind of saying here, Aries, no more like small potatoes. You want the big potatoes. The big potato. Okay. So I don't feel necessarily bad that this is over here with everything else that's in your reading. Okay. Now let's keep going, because we got some other interesting things showing up here. You could be throughout the month here, Aries, really chewing and digesting over what makes you feel safe, and you're longing for that. Maybe you're longing to feel more safe around something. Well, your dove is over here, so we'll figure that out later. Doves are for peace, right? But here we have the human teeth bone, okay? And so that is chewing and digesting and going over safety, longing for something. Now, the safety pin is also slightly under this kind of irresponsibility energy. That is something that may have something to do with travel. We've got the bicycle underneath. We also have another animal claw, okay? If it's not travel, it could be something about transportation, wanting to feel safe within the way we travel, even if it's like local travel. But there is like this longing for probably, I don't know, you know, it could be more responsible travel or just more travel in general, okay? I would just say be aware, you know, when you're driving, okay, or operating machinery, of course. So trying to find the right way to describe it. Yeah, I mean, nothing, I never like to give people, like, fear energy is nothing to be scared of, nothing of concern, like, oh my God, right? But it's just kind of telling me, like, just maybe be more careful when you're tired or when you're distracted, possibly when you're traveling. It's maybe not even you, right? It could be other irresponsible drivers or something like this. Or it could be saying, you know, if there's a last minute trip or something, really something that you've been longing for, just make sure that you find out how it can be safe, okay, if that makes sense. It's going to be a little bit different for everyone as far as that goes. Now, to go back over here, this Cupid that's wanting to get really close and point to your head here, Aries, this romantic love or platonic love or self-love even, could be really wanting to, like, penetrate your wall, right, to get into your head, but you could be so focused over here on these plans for the future, your dreams, making some type of leap of faith, that it's not that you don't think about that or care about that, but it is kind of tied in with that healing and that clearing energy that we were talking about, and maybe needing to go slower over here with the little tiny turtle. Okay, let's keep going and see what else we have. So yeah, I feel that this masculine energy that we talked about a little bit here in the beginning of the reading with the raccoon penis bone, somebody of in a position of power or authority, because again we had the crown under it, okay. This masculine energy, whether it's a man or a woman or just an energy in itself or part of somebody, wants to bring you more support, okay. We have the snake vertebrae over here, we've got the hummingbird and the flying Pegasus. So it's like this masculine energy could also be wanting you to go over something in the past, or also hummingbirds fly backwards, so other birds may be like, what the hell are you doing, right? But they're the fastest bird and they get the nectar, okay. So it's like maybe not caring as much about that, or someone, this masculine energy wants you to maybe not care as much about that. They really want you to breathe more if there is like any type of constriction or feeling locked here throughout the month of February, when we have the snake rib bone, right, also touching the lock. It's like bringing in more feminine energy with the seashell. It's also touching the dog ankle bone, okay. So being more flexible. Our bones are what support us, but we don't just stand still, right? We move, so it has to bring in that flexibility. Also, when we talk about ankles, we're talking about walking forward. So if there's any hesitancy or feeling locked or stagnant energy with moving forward in our life, right, really taking the time to take deep breaths, okay, and bring in that kind of softer feminine energy. Now over here, Aries, we have the angel coin, okay, that's kind of resting on top of the seahorse. There's a bumblebee under there, and then we also have the Sagittarius archer symbol, or for our goals, you know, hitting a target, okay. So it doesn't have to necessarily be a Sagittarius or Sagittarius season or energy or in your chart, etc., right? But this is really saying here, Aries, that there are angels, your guides around you, that possibly want to help you hit some goals within something to do with family, okay, because the seahorse represents family. Also, your angel spirit guides want you to think about your individual power, okay, with the honeybee. Honey, you know, the bee, the worker bees provide honey for the queen bee, but without every tiny little bee, there would be no bee colony, there would be no honey. So it's like, how is your individual power within your family, or something to do about parents or parenting or just family? How can that, you know, help you be more flexible too with your goals, okay? And this, you know, is basically almost touching, or it might have been touching, like I maybe slightly touched it, okay, but it feels like it's touching. The energy feels like it's touching here. So this archer, this bow and arrow, is also touching the ship anchor, right? So the ship anchor is about our freedom and our safety. So when we need to leave, we pull our anchor up, okay, if we're on a boat and we leave. If we need to stop, then we're going to throw the anchor down. So it's like your ancestors, angel spirit guides around this flexibility, around family, could be, you know, wanting to help you where you feel safe, where you find your safety, and what it has to do with your happiness, okay? They want to help bring you ideas over here. We've got the lightning bolt on top of the shell here. We've got the star, right? So this is really interesting. I keep seeing this and a couple of the other readings. We'll have to like check back throughout the year. But we've got the symbol for peace here with the doves. We've got an animal claw, and then we've got the symbol of fall, or the leaf here. So there could be something here, Aries, that's going to happen this fall, or happened last fall, or upcoming fall. Something about fall season could bring a lot of peace, right? So, you know, sometimes it's like, is this a February reading, or is this like the whole year, right? But we're mainly talking about February. So it's like, you're going to be busy doing all these other things, but maybe by the time fall comes, there's going to have this more peaceful energy coming through, okay? Yeah, there has to be a lot of cleansing here for you, Aries. Again, we got another bee here, around your individual power and remembering something about your individual power. So this honeybee is touching the elephant, okay? Oh, you can see a little better. And the honeybee wing is touching the broom here. So clearing away something. It could be memories here, Aries, of something to do with your individual power, as far as masculine energy and how this helps you pull in and strive for what you want in your life. So here we have the other raccoon penis bone that is sitting on top of the alligator claw, and it's touching a human tooth over here. So I feel like that's something that you could also be digesting throughout the month, and that's beautiful, right? We should definitely always check in and see where we feel powerful or maybe don't, and find ways to, you know, not be a cocky asshole, but you know, to stand up for ourselves. And it's also about finding your North Star here, Aries, and, you know, what maybe, again, stepping into the leadership stuff that we were talking about down over there somewhere. So yeah, just standing in your power, I would definitely say. There's something also here too, Aries, with working within a team and picking up others' vibration. So here we have the bat, okay, and it was kind of sitting on top of the horseshoe here and the ladybug. So the more that we pick up others' vibrations, whether they're good or bad, it'll tell us what we need to keep and clear away, right, with the broom, to help us bring more good luck and bring more open doors and safety and all those things, okay? So yeah, I feel like this is a really beautiful and transformative time here for you, Aries. There's really nothing that's like, you know, sticking out to me that's like, oh, you know, very heavy, you know what I mean? It just feels a little bit more intense, but that's because it's the transformation, right? And this energy has probably been going on for some time, not just like in February 2024. Could have started before that for sure. Now over here with your Buckeye, which again is big money, abundance, whatever it is that you want to you know, manifest in your life. It's also not touching, but very close to the yin and yang, okay? And then over here we've got Capricorn energy. So it could be in order here, Aries, to get that big money, to get that whatever it is you want to manifest in your life with the Buckeye. there needs to be more balance throughout, right? That's good advice for everybody, to strive for balance. But also maybe taking in these kind of Capricorn qualities of not giving up, of really working hard. It's not to say that you don't already work hard, Aries, at whatever it is that you do, not just your job, but what you want in your life. It's just like, don't give up, right? So the goat is always climbing the mountain, and the goat is also very flexible. Like, we don't think about it, but like the goats, you know, going up a mountain are so freaking smart. Like, just watch it on the Nature Channel and you'll see, you know, what I'm talking about, especially when the older goats train the younger goats. It's really about that flexibility, going back to the dog ankle bone and your ancestors and your angels wanting you to bring into that flexibility and to again release something here, so you can keep climbing again like Capricorn and get your Buckeye and get the balance. But I feel like that this is beautiful reading here, Aries. Like I said, I took the picture and I will be posting it after the reading is done, after we do Taurus and all that. So if you want to look at the picture again at a later time, or just rewatch the video or whatever that feels right. But yeah, I'm like, this is beautiful. I feel like this is, you know, so far the best reading. All right. But it's not in a competition or anything like that. But I'm happy to see this here for you, Aries. So always feel free, guys, to comment on YouTube or Facebook if you feel guided, or even if you're watching on Instagram or TikTok or all the things, right? But yeah, so that is what we have for Aries. So thank you guys so much. So now we're going to go ahead and switch over to Taurus. All right. So we're going to do a sound bell here to clear the energy, and just kind of phase out the Aries and get ready for Taurus. So again, I will be putting the timestamps in a little bit later for some people who just want one or just want the other here. All right, so we're just gonna give me a moment here to gather all the charms. I know when I'm shaking them, they get a little loud, so thank you guys for your patience. Maybe just turning it down if it gets too loud. All right. Excuse me. Get all our bones here. Got everybody? All right. So I'm going to put this back here for a little bit. Oh. Fall down like it did earlier. I need to balance this. Okay, hold on, guys. Okay. That's good. And then I'll take it down, the camera down again when we are after we throw the bones for Taurus. So we're just going to put everything back in here for a moment. Let everything kind of charge, cleanse. Maybe we'll do a little Palo Santo here again. I thought it was going to maybe stay lit. I need to get a better way to hold this. One of the incense burners that actually holds Palo Santo. Alright. So sound vibrations, as far as the sound bell, is going to clear the previous energy, have us tap back into our spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors. Take a couple of deep breaths, right? Smoke also clears the energy, but some people can't do smoke, so you can always do intention. It's always intention first, okay? And then if you want to do a sound bell or a little bell, whatever works for everybody, right? Okay. So it's just, maybe it'll stay lit like that for a little bit. All right. Let's see what we have here for Taurus. All right, this is for Taurus for February 2024. Right. Taurus, let's see what we have coming up for you. Just move some stuff over here. Get a little bit of water and then we'll get started. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the bull, for February 2024. What does Earth sign Taurus, the bull, need to see, need to know for the highest vibration and truth? Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the bull, for February 2024. I'm going to put those back just because. Oh, and things are chiming. Alright. Spirit's like, yep, put that back. Okay. Spirits guide my hands once again for Earth energy, for Taurus, for the bull. What is Earth sign Taurus, the bull, need to see, need to know for the highest vibration of truth for February 2023. Taurus. 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 Taurus for February 2023. Taurus for February 2023. Taurus, February 2023. Okay, let's see. Okay, take a moment to just flip some charms over. The ones that I can without disrupting too much. Go back this way. One more and get started. Okay. Alright, here, Taurus. Let's take your picture and get started. Alright. Thank you guys for your patience. Okay. Let's get a little bit closer. Okay, got our pictures. Alright, now let's see, Taurus, here where they spirits want me to start here for your reading, so just give me a moment. Okay, so I want to start right here. I heard Tabitha and Samson. Okay, so that could be for somebody, not everybody. Alright. When I was shaking your bones and charms here, Taurus, I felt like a blockage. It was like the charms and bones wanted to come out, but they didn't. Like, it just energetically felt like things didn't want to come out, okay? And so I feel in that way, because your head is all the way over here, and let me take this off so you guys can actually see them. There we go. So there we go. It's kind of better here. So your head is all the way over here, right? And nothing's touching it. Your head is usually what you're thinking about, contemplating, right? It could be you or someone else you know. Your general environment situation, whatever you come to this reading for. But again, when I was shaking and throwing, casting your bones, they didn't want to come out, and I felt like there was a little bit of some kind of energetic blockage. Nothing to be too concerned about or worried about. That's never my intention. Oh, let's flip this guy. Goes that way. But yeah, I feel here, Taurus, and let's get a little closer because this is kind of where they wanted me to start. There is something that you're striving for, to find your freedom and your safety. And it's about your plans for the future here with the spider web. Okay, we got the alligator claw resting on top of one of the raccoon penis bones. Underneath we have the ship anchor, right? If you can see that, there's the ship anchor. Okay, so it's again casting your anchor down or lifting it up to find that freedom and safety. So I feel like throughout the month here, Taurus, there's all this planning for the future and really diving deep, trying to find where your North Star is. This could be the blockage here that I was feeling, okay, Taurus? So you've got one sun here and your star over here, okay? It could be day and night, right? It could be a lot of it's this or that type of thinking, or confusion here, or this again, some type of blockage, or just in general trying to find your North Star, trying to find what makes you happy. You could feel a little bit, and maybe it's more in the beginning of February, that your abundance, your buckeye, your money, abundance, whatever it is that you want to manifest, you could feel it's like a little bit further away right now. I feel that there's a lot of stuff that you are digesting this month, okay? With this human teeth bone here touching the frog, it's like, how can I make some type of leap of faith? That could have something to do with travel here, transportation. The bicycle is also touching the bat, so vibrations, bringing in more feminine vibrations, wanting to bring in, let me just move this for a second, wanting to bring in more individual power and how that affects our family, our parents, if they're still with us, or if we want to be parents, or just in general family, right? It doesn't matter if you have kids or whatever. I also feel, because again, all this is like leading from this one human teeth bone here, you really, Taurus, thinking about, how does my individual freedom, my personal power with the honeybee connect to my diet? Okay, so diet with the fork here can be physical diet, can be mental diet, can be spiritual diet, all the things, okay? But again, bringing in this feminine energy, I feel like there's love all around you, okay? With the Cupid here pointing outwards towards your lucky rabbit's foot. So there could be some type of love, whether it is romantic, platonic, or self-love, that is wanting to bring in more good luck for you. So that's beautiful. Now I feel here, Taurus, I got a lot, going on that we're going to talk about, but not all bad. Okay, so take a deep breath. There's this breath here, right? Because this bone right here is the snake rib bone, okay? So it's breathing, it's talking about breathing, it's talking about constriction. And so it was kind of like laying on top of all of these things, okay? And touching, or not touching necessarily, but almost touching, this I can't even talk because I want to get all these messages out. This is the skeleton hand, okay? It's sitting on top of the angel coin. There is a friend. It could be someone who's passed on or connected. It could be a friend. It could be a friend that's still living but is somehow connected to somebody in your life that has passed on, that wants to bring in more feminine energy, wants to bring in more relaxing and breathing here, okay? Because that snake rib bone was connected to this other seashell here. They could also really be wanting and rooting for you and thinking about, and you've probably already done this, some of you guys, maybe chewing and digesting over how you can bring more flexibility in with the things that you long for and support. Okay, so you got the dog ankle bone here, and this is the snake vertebrae sitting on top of the mermaid. So it's like, how can I find more support within the things that I long for? How can I be more flexible and embrace some type of transformation with the with the butterfly underneath that dog ankle bone. Also, it's touching this lost my words. This is the coyote penis bone. So there could be something to do with flexibility and transformation around fertility. It doesn't have to be, right? Fertility is not just about having kids. It could also just be a metaphor for birthing something new, but bringing in a little bit of this masculine kind of energy to help manifest things, maybe possibly in 3D. So over here you also have Sagittarius energy. It could be Sagittarius season or Sagittarius person, a lot of Sagittarius in your chart, wherever it is, or has nothing to do with Sagittarius. It's just talking about what we aim for, okay, our goals and aspirations. There could be a lot of clearing with that. And again, this keeps happening if you've watched some of my other readings so far here for February, but it looks like fall this year, 2024, could be really important for a lot of people. I'm going to have to look at the astrology ahead of time and see what that could be. I don't know off the top of my head, but the fall time here, okay, could also bring these new ideas here for you, Taurus. Okay, so I just moved it out so you could see the lightning bolt, but it was like that. Okay, so again, connected to that fall season. This lightning bolt ideas could also happen once you start to go slower here, Taurus. We've got the turtle in the middle here. Okay, there's also a little bit of Capricorn energy here. We've got Saturn throughout the whole year for everybody. Saturn placement, so Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn, but it's like this hard-working energy. It's an earth sign just like you, Taurus, or depending on where you have Taurus in your chart. But wanting you to think about your individual power, again with another honeybee here, and your leadership role, or there could be a mentor or teacher or a guide, or maybe that's you, okay? But we've also got Saturn over here, okay? And it's kind of hiding and touching, and underneath there's another, raccoon penis bone here that we already talked about in the beginning. And then underneath we've got the coffin and Saturn. So there could be this masculine energy here, Taurus. It could be a passed on loved one or friend. Could be a Leo, doesn't have to be, with the lion here, or just some type of passion or creativity wanting to come out and kind of balance with that harder, more stern Saturn energy. And your passed on loved ones, friends, ancestors, spirit guides want to bring you more luck. Okay, we've got the horseshoe and the ladybug inside of it. Now the horseshoe, I'm going to pull it out for a second so you can see it, was also sitting on top of the dragonfly. Okay, so dragonflies are dreams. What do we want? What do we dream about? Okay, so this ancestor, spirit guides, guardian angels want to bring all this good luck around your dreams. They could represent somebody that is in a position of authority, okay, a leader, but it doesn't have to be. Again, it could be you here, Taurus, but they want to bring in, they want you to think about and bring in more safety. They want you to bring in more going with the flow, Pisces, twin fish energy, more creativity, but it's connected to the safety pin. So they want you to think about this and bring in more safety, bring in more water energy, right? So if you're earth sign, Taurus, maybe find where you have water or how you can incorporate throughout February a little bit more water energy. They could also possibly want you to go over something from the past, okay, with the hummingbird here. Sorry, I forgot you couldn't see it. They also could want you to just embrace doing something that is non-traditional here, Taurus. that's going to help you go with the flow more. They just want to help you, okay? Your spiritual team definitely wants to help you with your plans and goals and aspirations for the future, so that's beautiful. Now, we kind of skipped over this part a little bit, so I'm going to go back down here. There could be your ancestors, your angels are calling you here with the bells, and something to do with memory, Taurus. They want you to remember something. And this memory, or memories if it's more than one, can bring in more good luck and safety. They know that you are longing here, Taurus, for this healing. Okay, we've got the turkey bone touching on top of the lizard. Regeneration, growth, cutting off the tail and it regrowing. They know, spirits know, ancestors, guides know that this is what you're striving for. You're also going over the details here with the strawberry. You're trying to find your peace. You're trying to not feel stagnant or locked. But there is a little bit of this masculine, irresponsible kind of energy here, and I don't know in particular for everybody what that is, since this is a general reading meant for multiple people. But we have the other raccoon penis bone kind of sitting on top of the irresponsibility charm. I don't know why these are separate here, Taurus. Just give me a second. I feel that things that you're longing for to bring more prosperity in your life with the fish and the seashell is so intertwined with this healing, this regeneration, this finding peace with the details, that it's I don't even know how I said it in the beginning of your reading, but it's like this other raccoon penis bone here, this masculine energy that maybe wants to manifest as things happening more in the 3D. The 3D physical world is what I'm talking about. That there's got to be some healing here, possibly around a man that died. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, for some of you guys. It could be someone that you don't even know, right? It could be further back in your line, your ancestor line. But yeah, your other seashell is all the way over here. And so you've really only got one in the center here. That's feminine energy. So you got masculine here, feminine, but this one is so far. So I don't know if, again, this is something to do with the general astrology for a lot of people. So far I've done the zodiac signs for February, but it's almost like, how can we listen more to what our spiritual team wants to tell us? How can we go with the flow more, be more creative? Why is everything so separate? Again, that kind of goes back to the day and night, the star, the sun. It's like, Taurus, you have been, oh, hold on 1 second, my battery's about to die. That's weird. Should have been plugged up. Hold on, guys, why is this not plugged up? It says it's plugged. Okay, there we go. That was weird. Maybe you need to plug up. Maybe you need to recharge, right, Taurus? Because oh, sorry, I'm waiting for the camera to refocus here. Come on, guys. Here we are. Technology. But, you know, part of this is your reading, right, Taurus? So it's like, if there has been a lot of heavy energy and trying to separate things, that's sometimes not the answer, right? So how can we bring more of this masculine and feminine energy together? Okay, I'm trying to get the camera to focus. Come on here. something. But yeah, I mean, overall, I would say that you have been putting in the work. You have been doing your homework, so to speak, here, Taurus, with that healing energy. Maybe it's finding peace and making peace. I feel that that's what it is with this masculine energy, this man that has passed away, that's passed on the other side. Whether you knew him or he was further back in your line, it's something about finding peace with that within the details. And how can you make your own future? You know, I feel a lot of this, Taurus, could be some type of masculine energy within your family line, possibly, or again, further back, that had certain wishes for you and plans about how they wanted your future, but that doesn't resonate anymore. And so it's about what you want for yourself now. Okay? So yeah, I don't want to say too much more here, but hopefully some of that is making sense for you. Overall, it looks like a really nice reading for February. And I would just say, again, keep going slow. Know that you do have support. Keep working on your individual power, your leadership qualities, bringing out your passion and your creativity. Keep doing your clearing. Could be some financial clearing you need to do here as well, a little bit, not like a whole lot, but there is that broom here that is touching. Why isn't my camera focusing? The broom here is touching, there we go, your little nutmeg here. Okay, so maybe doing a little bit financial cleansing, but overall remembering something from your past and listening to it and maybe taking stock of it, but then being at peace with it. Again, I don't know how else to say it, okay? But I feel like energetically for a lot of people here too, that there's something about this fall coming up. I know you're like, it's only February, I don't want to hear about the fall. Like, it's not that, you know, things aren't going to move and happen until then, but there is something for some signs here in particular, like lightning bolts, ideas coming through when we slow down. And if you think about seasons, or depending on where you are in the world, that's kind of when we slow down. We're still technically in winter here in the US, but it's good stuff, right? And you've been working on this, Taurus, okay? So I would give yourself a lot of credit here. Again, you've been doing your homework, so just keep going. You got this, all right? So I will be uploading the photo in a little bit if you guys want to check that out later. It will be free on my Facebook page on Malessea's Magic Light, and it'll be in the comment section under this video once it's been posted. But yeah, guys, feel free to always comment on Facebook, on YouTube if you feel guided, or come back later and tell me how it may have resonated for you. Always want to hear back from people if you feel guided. All right, but thank you guys so much for your energy, for your time, everything. So I'm going to go ahead and close out here, and then I will be back with Gemini and Cancer tonight. So we'll keep going in the normal order through the signs for February. All right, so you guys take care, and I will see you later. Bye. I'm like, which way? Bye. Okay, see you guys.